A pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give.
Hey guys, you're welcome to the sewing version of this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've not seen the pattern drafting part of this video, I'm going to leave the link in the description box, so please go ahead and watch it before you come join us on this particular video. It's going to help you understand better. So I went ahead to use my pattern paper to cut out my fabric, and I left allowance on all the sides. I went ahead to cut out 4 pieces for the cup. So 2 is going to be my lining and the other 2 is going to serve as my cup. So I have 4 pieces of the cup. So the next one is the back piece, that's the upper part. I cut it on fold because the front is going to be the one with the zipper and the back is going to be closed. So I also added seam allowance, and I cut out 2. One is going to be for the lining and one is going to be my main fabric. So I have my center front and my side front here. What I'm doing right now is to notch where I'm going to join, because this can get confusing sometimes. So I'll just give it a notch like this. I'll know that these are the parts that I need to join together when I want to sew. So please go ahead and do that. It's going to help you when you're sewing. So I increased my center front by 2 inches. I also increased my side front by 2 inches. I'm also going to notch the down part for me to know that this is the down. I don't want to join the wrong fabrics together, so you can go ahead and do it to help you when you're sewing. I have 4 pieces for the center front, so 2 of the fabric is going to serve as my main fabric and the other 2 is going to serve as my lining. And for my side front, I also have 4 pieces. 2 of the fabric is going to serve as my main piece and 2 is also going to serve as my lining. So I have my side back, and my side back is also 4. I have 4 pieces of it. 2 is going to be my lining and 2 is going to serve as my main fabric. I also increased my side back by 2 inches. And the last one here is my center back. The center back is on fold because the zipper is going to be at the front. So the center back, I have 2 inches and is on fold, and I also increased it by 2 inches. So yeah, these are all my fabrics. So let's go ahead and start joining everything together. So I have my center front and my side front. What I'll do, the area that I notched, I will join them together. So remember, I have 4 pieces of the center front and the side front, so I'm going to join like this. So the notch is going to help me know where I'm supposed to sew. You see, I'll place it like this, I'll pin, and then I'll place the second one. I'll keep placing them on each other till I pin the 4 pieces that I have, and I'll go ahead and sew everything on a straight line. So I've gone ahead to sew my center front and my side front together, and I have 4 of these. So this part right here is my zip allowance. So go ahead and notch so that you not get confused. So I've already dropped the lining pieces, and these 2 right here is going to be my main fabric. The next thing I'll do is to create my boning casing. So I'll use my bias to create my boning casing. What I'll do first is to iron down my seam allowance, and I'll place my bias on it and run two straight stitches on it. So after doing that, this is what I have. So I'm doing this for just the main fabric. You don't have to do it on the lining. So the next thing I'll do is to bring one of my cup. I'm going to sew my cup on the down part of my top. But before I do that, I'm going to take out my zip allowance of 1 inch. I'll make it visible just like you see me doing, and then I'll place my cup on the down part of the top. And remember, we did the slash and spread method on the cup area. So if you did that with me, I'm going to pleat the 3 inches that I spread my cup by. I'm going to pleat it on the nipple parts of my top. I don't know if you understand. So this part is really optional. If you did the slash and spread method, you can either pleat or you gather the 3 inches on the nipple parts of this top, and you can skip this part if you don't want to. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll go sew on a straight line. I'll do this for the 4 fabrics. So I've sewn both my lining piece in place, and this right here are the 2 main piece. The next thing I'll do is to close my zip allowance. So I'll place the 2 front piece on each other, right side facing each other, and I'll use a gather stitch. I'll run a gather stitch on the zipper allowance. After closing my zip allowance, this is what I have. The next thing I'll do is to work on the back. So I have my center back and my side back like this. So what I'll do is to take one of my center back, which is on fold, and I'll take 2 of my side back. I'll place one on the left hand side, and I'll place another one on the right hand side, and then I'll go sew. So please don't forget to notch so that you know where is the up and where is the down. It's very important. So just look at what I'm doing if you don't understand what I'm saying. So I have my my center back on the table. I placed my side back, the one that is supposed to be on the right and the one that is supposed to be on the left, and then I'll go sew on a straight line. I'll do that for the main piece, and I'll repeat the same step for the lining piece. After sewing, this is what I have. So I have my main piece and I have my lining piece. I'll go ahead and drop my lining, and then I'll bring the upper part of the back piece just like you see me doing. I'm going to pin it on the down part, and then I'll go sew on a straight line. I'll also repeat the same step for the lining piece. After sewing, this is what I have. The next thing I'll do is to create the bask effect for the front of the top. So I'll place my back fabric on the front just like you see me doing. I'll arrange everything, and then I'll use my chalk to mark where the back piece stopped. I'll mark it on the front piece just like this, and then I'll go ahead and remove the back piece. I'll fold my front piece into 2 equal parts just like you see me doing, and then on the middle point after the zip allowance, I'll come in by 1 inch, and then I'll slant from where the back piece stopped. I'll slant to meet the 1 inch, and then I'm going to cut out. So I have created the back effects for the front. The next thing I'll do is to sew my zip in place. So what I'll do is to turn my fabric to the wrong side, and then I'll open my zip allowance just like you see me doing. I'll place my zip on the zip allowance, right side facing right side, just like what you see me doing. I'll pin it like this, and then I'll go sew on both ends. I've gone ahead to sew, and after sewing, this is what I have. Next thing I'll do is to lose the gather stitch that I made on the zipper allowance. So after doing that, this is how my zip area is looking. So what I'll do is to fold in these parts. I'll close it up and I'll cut out the excess zip that we have there. And yeah, I'm done doing that, and this is what we have. The next thing I'll do is to join my front and my back piece together. But before I do that, I'll go ahead and fix my boning. So make sure your boning is at least 1 inch shorter than the boning casing that you created, so that you'll be able to join your lining piece to the main fabric. So I'll go ahead and use my lighter to conceal the edge of the boning, and then I'll insert it just like you see me doing. So I'll place the back on the front like this, and I'll pin, and then I'll go ahead and take my body measurements on the fabric. I'll take my under bust measurements, I'll take my bust measurements and my waist measurements, and then I'll go ahead and sew. So after sewing, this is what I have. So everything that I did on this main fabric, I went ahead to do the same thing on the lining fabric, but I did not add a boning, neither did I add a zip to this fabric, but I left my zip allowance. As you can see, this is my lining piece. So I'm going to join my lining piece to the main fabric. Look at what I'm doing until I'm going to join everything together. So this is the zip allowance for the lining. I'll place it on my zipper, right sides facing each other. So I'll go ahead and pin all the way around except my armhole, because the armhole is where I'm going to use to turn everything inside out. So I'll pin like this, and then I'll go sew all the way around. After sewing, this is what I have. I'll go ahead and turn everything inside out through the armhole, and this is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and cut our sleeves. So my fabric is folded into two. I folded it again, so it's folded into four, and the length of my sleeve is 22 inches. So what I'll do, on the opened edge, I'll come down by 6 inches, and on the closed edge I'll come in by 3 inches. So I'll slant like this to create my armhole, and then I'll go ahead and cut this out. What I'll do next is to measure what I have here and what I have on the armhole area of my top, which is 9 inches. I added half an inch seam allowance for stitching allowance, and then I'll go ahead and cut like this, and I'll notch the middle area. So I'll go ahead and pin my sleeve to the armhole area of the top just like you see me doing, and then I'll go sew all the way around. So my sleeve is not that After sewing, this is what I have. What I'll do next is to create a channel for my elastic band. So I'll go ahead and fold 1 inch on the base of my sleeve, and then I'll go sew on a straight line. So for the elastic band, the length of the elastic band is 7 inches, which is the exact measurement of my wrist. After sewing, I'm going to add the elastic band, and then I'm going to close up my sleeves. So yeah, with this we have come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment down below in the comment section, subscribe to my channel if you have not, and I'll see you in the next one.